So I've come in today to do some resurfacing. I've noticed over the last 5 years that my skin has just really gone downhill. After having 2 children, I've noticed a lot more pigmentation around here, more fine lines, and my pores are really enlarged. I'm just not really happy with the overall texture and quality of my skin. I'm really excited to be able to do something just to rejuvenate. When I have a close-up of my face, that you can really kind of see all the wear and tear on my skin. So I'm hoping it just really gives me a fresh start.
Okay, getting used to it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to start.
As I was expecting it to be. So obviously it's a bit puffy and it just looks sunburnt, but the skin, it's really even tone. Like, I would not be embarrassed to go to the shops like this. Probably would wear a hat, but it's not terrible at all. What I was seeing on the internet was like really horrendous straight afterwards. So yeah, honestly, job well done. Okay, so it's day 1 of my recovery from my treatment. As you can see, my skin's starting to look a little bit redder from yesterday. It's a little bit swollen, definitely around my cheeks and my eyes. If you look in nice and close, you can see that it's actually starting to scab a little bit. At the moment, it feels just a little bit tight. I can feel the swelling a little bit, but there's like not any sting or pain. It just feels like, again, like I've had a bit of sunburn. I was able to get a good night's sleep last night, so it's not really a huge deal at the moment. I'll let you know how that progresses tomorrow. Okay, so it's day 2 of my recovery. It's been about 48 hours since my initial treatment. The first 24 hours my skin was quite swollen, red, and it was feeling quite tight and warm to the touch. It was a little bit uncomfortable over that first 24-hour period, but nothing worse than a sunburn. Over the last 24 hours, it started to feel a lot better. I'm quite comfortable with it. So we are now on day 3 of my recovery. And I'm pretty weirdly excited about the fact that we seem to be moving on to the next stage, which is the shedding stage. If you look really closely, you can see that we're just starting to get a really fine little shred of skin coming off all around my chin, and I assume that's going to start spreading across in the next few days. So this is day 4 of my recovery. You can see that there is so much more scabbing today. It's looking quite dark and feeling a lot like sandpaper. But I think that's a really good sign. So it feels like it's all kind of ready to start peeling off, and a lot more around my nose and mouth already. And there's that lovely kind of pink skin forming underneath. It's so tempting not to just kind of get a little like scrubbing going on and get all that kind of skin off, but I know that's not best for my recovery, so I'm staying strong. And I'm hoping that we've only got about 3 days left of this until it's kind of back to normal. So we're now into day 5, and as you can see, things have continued to transform. We've got a lot more of the skin coming off now, the scabby kind of part, and we're leaving that fresh baby pink skin below. My chin is almost done. It's just kind of got a lot of that sandpapery dust left on it, but I can definitely see light at the end of the tunnel now. I'm hoping that over the next 2 days that most of it's gone, and I can kind of be life back to normal, but with more beautiful skin. So it's been 6 days since my resurfacing, and I'm back at CMC today for my 4th healing light session. I'm really looking forward to my skin transitioning to the final stage where, as you can see, so much of the scabbing is now falling off. There's a lot of fresh skin coming through, The skin's feeling really great and fresh. Every single time I wash my face, more and more of the scab comes off. And yeah, it's looking great. So here we are. It's now been 1 week since my resurfacing treatment, and we're progressing really, really well. As you can see, scabbing has now fallen off. So we're leaving with that fresh skin everywhere else. There's still a lot of the scabbing up around my forehead area and around my sides of my cheeks. And then if you look really closely, you can see that it's actually a lot of really fine peeling skin as well. So still a bit of a way to go, but definitely seeing that the skin that's left behind now is super fresh. The pores are really small. There's really less wrinkling and heaps less pigmentation. I noticed in these areas I had a lot of freckling through there, and this new fresh skin doesn't have the freckling. Are you ready to see what the day 8 face looks like? It's still a little bit to go, but I will show you the finished result when we're there. So I'm very excited to finally share with you my new face. As you can see, we are 90% of the way there. A little bit of scabbing left around the edges, but other than that, I have fresh, new, beautiful skin. What I've really noticed, the transformation from before and after my CO2 resurfacing, is that I have smaller pores, a lot less pigmentation, especially across my cheeks and my nose, and fine lines and around my eyes have definitely decreased. Here, I used to have really kind of dark bags, I guess you would call them, and that's really disappeared as well. So overall, it's been a huge transformation. When I got into it, I wasn't really sure if the cost and the 7 days downtime was going to be worth it, but I'd fundamentally say that it is. Yes, it was a little bit uncomfortable. Yes, I couldn't go out and get my coffee, but now I feel like I've got skin like I was 25 years old again. So it's been incredible. It's been worth it.